As usual, we left much later than we wanted to. By the time we got to Dubuque, it was dark. Once I got the tent set up, Dana made us some sandwiches before we went to bed. We're heading up to Wisconsin to pick up the camper Megan stayed in all summer. Last night we got a campground right on the Mississippi River. Let me show you the view this morning. It's electric only, but we're staying in the tent, so it's no big deal. I can wake up to views like this every day. Well, we're just getting ready to leave the campground in Dubuque, head up to Wisconsin, and realize we did not bring the keys to the camper. But it's 3.5 hours home, and another 3.5 hours back to here, and then another 4 hours to Wisconsin. So we're just going to head to the camper and see if we can figure out a way to get in once we get there. Well, we only made it about 15 minutes, and we decided we had to stop at Dunkin' Donuts for some breakfast. All right, we got a bunch of munchkins to eat. Great road trip food. Okay, we're here. Let's go see if we can figure out how to get into the camper. The worst part about being locked out of the camper was Megan specifically told me don't forget the keys when you go up to get the camper. Well, guess what? I forgot the keys. I'm old enough I no longer have to listen to my parents, but apparently I'm so old that I now need to start listening to my kids. When did that happen? Okay, we're going to try a new approach. We're going to try to take the emergency window out.
What are you trying to do? Crawl on the roof?
Take this window out and climb through that window.
Is it already going?
I think so.
I don't think it is.
Look through the viewfinder.
Oh, it says record.
Better tighten my belt before I climb through the window so I don't leave my shorts on the outside. I'm in. We have keys. Since the Melting Pot is Dana and my favorite restaurant, and there's one in Appleton, we decided to venture out. This will be the first time we've eaten out since we were in Hawaii. We got the full 3-course meal, but we were so hungry the only thing we remembered to film was the dessert.
I'm making us some sandwiches so we can have them in the car today. We're going to drive up to probably Sturgeon Bay and just look around. Megan and Josh had some neat pictures from up around that area of a lighthouse, so we're going to go check it out too.
When we got to the lighthouse, we thought we were in the wrong spot. The sign said Coast Guard Station and no access. However, if you look very closely, there was a small path to the pier right between the private property on the left and the Coast Guard Station on the right. Yeah. After we left the lighthouse, we drove back to Sturgeon Bay to eat the sandwiches Dana had brought and walk around the town for a little bit. There really wasn't a lot to see in Sturgeon Bay. With everything going on this summer, some of the shops were still closed, and we were here at the end of August. The one thing that was unique was the 2020 street art project, Cherry Jubilee. It consisted of 25 painted cherries that would be auctioned off later for charity. Since we still had a lot to do to get the camper ready to take home tomorrow, we decided it was time to head back to the campground. Getting ready to throw on some steaks for supper. Alright, let's get those going, and then we'll go inside and get the rest of the food going. We're a big fan of Green Giant frozen peas, and we can't get them at home. We found Myers here in Wisconsin has them, so we stocked up. We're going to cook some of those with our steak tonight.
Getting ready to eat supper by the camper tonight for our last night of the camper being in Wisconsin before we head home. Eric made us a good steak dinner.
After supper, we decided to go walk around the campground to see if we could find the giant snapping turtle that Megan had sent us a picture of when she was up there.
Royce was barking outside and totally freaking out, and I had to come check it out what it was. It's just a giant snapping turtle, like as big as my head.
I think we may have found it. And with that, that's the end of the video, and the end of Megan's 3-month adventure at Apple Creek Campground. If you enjoyed the video, please join us again as we do it across America.